2, 1. Witness you in the building. Boo, 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 boo. As usual, we do the sound check first before we embarrass ourselves on Beyonce's internet and have the wrong mic picking up. Hi everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day, good Sunday, depending on where on this planet you are on. Let me know in the comment section where you are joining us from. Drop your location, drop your location, drop your location. And also, I want to say to the replay gang, hello, hello, hello. Don't forget to like the video, even if you're watching on replay. That like is still mandatory to confirm your attendance, okay? Liking the video also gives this live stream mileage while you're live. It lets the algorithm know that, wait a minute, wait a damn minute. Witness You is live, broadcasting, entertaining. So more people should come over and join us. So don't forget to hit that like button. You can do it just once. It is absolutely free. And I promise you, if you feel that the live was not up to your expectations, which would be kind of strange if we think about it. If you feel the live is not up to your expectations, you can take back the live. The like. I accept. You can take back the like, but I am here to thoroughly entertain you, to engage with you, to hear from you, because it's been a crazy week. It has been a crazy week. Ladies and gentlemen, let us bow our heads because Jonas is still MIA. Okay, Jonas, we are still waiting for the apology that you owe Osipo Ramasipili, attorney Sipo Ramasipili, that is. You see, it's very important in that courtroom that people are reminded, yes, of their roles in life. Because I believe, let's just get Jonas out of the topic right away. I believe Jonas is very comfortable in that courtroom. I bet you he's got a very nice, comfortable seat. He's got his favorite place he likes to sit. He has his things placed out a certain way. I bet you can't move his stuff once he's there. I bet you he's that type of guy. Do you guys work with those kind of people who suddenly are the managers, but you never got the memo? Do you know those people? And then they go out for lunch with the manager, and then on weekends their kids play together. I think that's what Jonas and Georgie are doing right now. Because you see, Jonas, last week, Friday to be exact, the day before he disappeared, and introduced us to the brand new, fantastic, fantabulous Mr. Batani. Yes, not Doctor, Mr. Don't confuse the two. And to the people who are part of the Red Pen Gang and thinking I am making a mistake, he is Doctor, please make sure that before you comment, you know that you are actually up to date with the SENZO MEYIWA trial. I don't want to read embarrassing comments because it embarrasses me and it upsets me that with all this work that I'm doing, all these videos that I'm putting out, a person can come and say, it is not Mr. Batani, it is Dr. Batani. Please go back and collect your comment. Go back and collect your comment and delete it. Don't be leaving such evidence on Beyonce's internet that you are not inside parity within. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another great edition. This is your host, the one and only Witness You for Unfiltered. I confirm my presence on behalf of you. That's right. Bondava, watching briefs as well as the public jury. And we shall not forget the I Am Still Here gang. To our OGs, the I Am Still Here's, drop that one in the comment section. We've had a little bit of, what are we going to call them? People who have left the ship and gone to be a part of the Malangarism. And then they come back once in a while. I'm talking about the I am forever here inside Parity, the SENZO MEYIWA trial, because the ad hoc committee is done. In my opinion, the ad hoc committee was a waste of time. Yeah, it was a waste of time. I don't know if I'm ready to break it all down. It was just a political rally. Of course, we got some good information here and there. But at the end of the day, what are they going to do? Especially, if it is a donor. And we know Vusimuzi Matlala funds the ANC. I said what I said. And then we have the EFF Dragons. Ooh, Julius Malema. He's hot on the 25. He started off by telling us about the we are in this mess. We are in this mess. What? Why is my mic betraying me? Can you guys hear me? Because I can't hear myself anymore. Is it because I was talking about Julius Malema? Oh, wait. Let me do this again. Okay, I can hear myself now. Hello, mic 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let me check your comments. Let me make sure we are all inside parity within the building. We hear you. Ntanzi is the master chef. Yes. Ntanzi is not just the master chef. I believe he runs that show. It's just that Advocate George Baloyi refuses to accept. He refuses. Oh, Advocate George Baloyi, you will forever be famous for embarrassing yourself with a detained standard 8 dropout who is a minor. And in layman's terms, or should I say, according to, I can't remember if it was my lord or if it was Advocate George Baloy through his great doctor who is misleading him, but we're not there, okay? We're not there. If he's the one who called Ntanzi illiterate, I don't know. Remind me in the comment section down below. But it has been a mess inside that courtroom. Ntanzi forever comes and ruins what they have planned for the day. And then Advocate George Baloy will flip through those pages. Has anybody seen how untidy his podium is? I've never seen it like that. In the history of Advocate George Baloy, it used to be very organized, tabulated, highlighters. He was doing good. He was cruising nicely until he met Ntanzi, okay, from KZN, tiny little province. Shout out to the KZNers. I'm so happy we have solved the issues of the people who just didn't pay attention on the 6th of July, 2025, and that they've come up to speed and they understand when I say tiny little province that I don't mean geographically. I mean Shadrach Joseph Sevilla. Wherever he is with his impalas, how did he survive the first cut of the inmates from SAPS? My goodness. Okay, let me catch up with your comments. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Molweni. Away to GQ in the building. Let me see what's going on with these comments. Sorry, the system changed on us since my last live stream. I didn't go live last week because I was not home. Um, so the system is a little bit different. So I'm asking myself, what am I looking at? And they love to just keep changing. And they're even changing logos. Like, who cares what your logo looks like? I wonder. Tolly says, Tolleen. No, Tolly. Okay, Lovu. Let's just go with Lovu. I wonder what it is that Rata is writing. He's writing a signal. It's called, what time is tea break? When is the short adjournment? Baloy, let's go for the long adjournment. That's what he's writing. I wonder what Rata is writing because he's often changing quarter. Listen, my favorite part, well, there are many favorite parts last week. That's the problem. There are too many to call. But my favorite part last week is when he said, he listens in court. There is a cell number. Who said? No, he said there's no cell number. And everybody in the courtroom just is quiet and looks at him. And he continues with his speech. And then Advocate George Baloyi is forced. His hands were forced. And he says, there's a cell number. um, um, mm, but there's a cell number. And then we had to hear the judge, my lord himself, say, "Oh, I'm sorry about that." You just finished saying you listen, and then you make such a mistake. You'll forever be famous because Bundaba, we listen, okay? We listen, we clock it, and then we paste it on YouTube, so we never, ever, ever forget that my Lord made such a mistake. So then we also have Ujabalani in the building. He says, Urata upalani ngoba ubuye ashinshe aphikisile. Oh, literally what I just said. Yes. Bo, 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 bo. And then we also have Stephen. Where Rata? No, Baloy. Why are you acting like the Malanga Commission does not exist and exposing the corruption in this case? They're pretending it doesn't exist. I believe, I'm of the belief, okay, I can't prove it, that Advocate George Baloy said, I'm going to stretch this out until the Malanga shuts its doors. We're done with the ad hoc committee, and then now we just got to wait for Malanga to just Langerize out of here because no ways are they going to ruin this. I've been at this case since Boxburg Magistrate Court. I am the prosecutor that holds on tight, like Lou. I do not let go, and I'm going nowhere. Okay, I am going nowhere. I don't care what Ntanzi says. I'm just going to keep repeating everything like a vicious circle. We just keep going round and round, round and round and round. And let me just say, Advocate George Baloy, it's been a crazy 5 weeks. You did it. You literally did it. Attorney Sipora Masipili said 6 weeks. Man, I can't believe you're really going out on a limb here. You're going for the record because this is insanity. Because you haven't actually placed Ntanzi at the crime scene. You have confirmed and placed him that he's a minor. We now know the kind of job that he did, what is involved in that job. Some of us had never had any knowledge about mines. Now we do. Okay. We know it's really, really hot down there. You can't be down there with long hair. Okay. And then we know that they work long hours or they work at night and then they get time off. And then you can't go on holiday unless you have a replacement. I didn't need to know that information. I just need to know who pulled the trigger and ended the life of the goalkeeper. That's what we are gathered here for. See, Malanga Commission, they set out their terms, what they're all about. They are all about what Lieutenant General Mkonazi said. And guess what? He did drop a line or two about the judiciary and the prosecutors. So we see you. So we understand what's happening at the Malangarism. And also the ad hoc committee, they set out their terms. I am confused if we are still in the SENZO MEYIWA trial, or we are now in the Bukeng trial, or we are now in the Rustenburg, where are the two sweaters and where. Can you just clarify for us, Advocate George Baloy, so we know what we're watching? Are we still in the SENZO MEYIWA trial? Then I want to take a moment and then I want to ask myself, imagine the Meyiwa family, imagine the families of the accused, listening to that courtroom, trying to figure out, okay, so who unalived Senzo? And it's been 5 weeks. We've gone through towers. We even know there's a 3G flying saucers, flying pans, and then there's also a university tower. And then Danzi was inside or not inside the Bukeng cells. And we've done everything. We even know that two police officers went to go search for sweaters in 2020. Now, I wouldn't know where my clothes are from 2014. I wouldn't know. Some might still. Danzi doesn't fluctuate in size, I guess. So he doesn't have that problem. But Advocate George Baloy will have to now go to manufacturers and prove it that the sweaters that were found in Danzi's possession were in production in 2014. That's what we're going to have to do now. We're just going to have to find the manufacturer. Manufacturer confirm that yes, we cut this one in 2013, 2014. It was sold during these times and it was sold there, and then confirmed that Untanzi is the sole breadwinner. No, no. The sole hoodie sweater wearer guy. That's what Advocate George Baloyi will have to put on record. Because as far as I am concerned, from where I am sitting and recording, I can confirm based on my comment section, because I don't have bots in my comment section, that people do possess sweaters and they possess multiple sweaters. And if they're of the born male gender, therefore they are all suspects in the unaliving of SENZO Meyiwa. Then one would be tempted to say, but why haven't you arrested everybody who had a sweater? Do you understand how ridiculous this sounds? But that is the state's case. What did Andy Mativi say? The brand new NDPP? They have a high. He even used the word high. Now we have to ask him, what does high mean? Because we found out from Senzom Kunu that immediately doesn't mean like immediately. Like, forget about what the Oxford Dictionary says immediately means. It's got a different meaning when he puts it down to paper. What does high prospects of a conviction mean? Because, sir, I don't know if you watch the Senzo Meyiwa trial, like the real one, okay? Not them Gulugudu edition, not the I got a briefing. Like, just sit down for one day, commit yourself. You don't even need to go far. You don't even need to do the full 5 hours. You just need to do 30 minutes. Pick any 30 minutes in a day, pick any day. I promise you, you will question your allegiance to the state prosecutor briefing. So let's go to the next comment. It says, this Baloy is running out of sense and I think he needs rehabilitation program. The last kicks off a dying horse. Dan is in the building. Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see you guys. Continue to share the live. Let's get to 200 people in the room, shall we? Okay, there is no Big Brother. There is no ad hoc. There is no Majangarism. It's just us live. Okay, so make sure you tell your friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Come, Witness You is live. Okay. Tavi says whoever took part in investigating the case 636 should be arrested, including both the prosecutors and the judge finishing. Are you talking about the most senior judge? The black judge? The seniorest of them all? Are you calling for his arrest? No, he's an untouchable. Did you not hear him say that? Nobody can do anything to him, even if you go for this appeal. He wishes you the best of luck. And Nisi goes, we for an appeal, we will take it up on the appeal. Nisi is the problem. Nisi is the problem because I loved how he repeated it every time. And the judge would have to keep saying, yes, I said what I said. Lelo is also here, channel member in the building. Oh, protocol observed. Thank you for supporting the channel financially. Boo, 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 boo. And of course, she is inside party with it, and I love it for us. This is Philip from Lilongwe, Malawi. Get out. Hi, Philip. How are you doing? So, Philip, are you telling, wait, Mwele? Okay, no. I was trying to think if I know Mueles. Well, welcome, welcome. Please do take our VIP seat in the front. We see you, Malawi, Malawi, Malawi. I should write down. I should write this down. I should like have a map. I say this all the time. I think I should actually do it. I think I should have a map. So today we're starting off, okay, Malawi. Is it Malawi where you say, okay, wait, let me find my words. Okay, don't judge me, Philip, but I'm gonna go for it, okay? Moribwanje. Is it Malawi? Is it Malawi where you say that? Let me know. Comment down below. And then we have my girl. Hi, watching from south of Gauteng, the Val. Yes, 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 yes. Hello and good evening, inside Pagati within. Thank you for joining. We are here. Hi, Ria. I love it. And then, of course, Dan. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, and good day. I can't take. Listen, I understand what you're saying. Okay, I was of the impression that Jonas was the I can't even say the word anymore. I was of the impression that he was the be- best interpreter that we had so far. I really was of that impression. But then they say better the devil you know, right? That's all we knew. Like based on all the others, we do you guys remember the other interpreter? What did we nickname him? Lapoge. Do you guys remember Lapoge? He's gone. Like he never came back. He like left and never ever came. You guys are so brutal in the comments. He's like, nah, no thanks. So yeah, so then there's of course Miss Mbashongo and the others. But then, Jonas kind of got that elevation, and he was also personally requested by, I want to say it was Lolo. Do you guys remember that? Where Jonas kind of got the rubber stamp of approval that the defense, they're struggling with all these changes. They don't understand the others. Can they just have Jonas and can we just stick with it? Because what the wow. And then, we kind of started to see Jonas more consistently, especially now after they returned. Yeah, he's been here. He's been consistent, except I would say the time when there was something going on with a child, and he had to take the child to the mother. I don't know if it's his child. He never disclosed that, and also it's none of our business. But I'm just saying that out loud because my memory works like that. And then there's the time when he ran off, which is the most recent, when he ran off after he just doesn't understand the word um subsequent. Yeah. So I'm of the impression that, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you are an interpreter, you kind of study linguistics, you're kind of an expert in languages, and I think the foundation would be English. Um, but then if, George Baloy, George, if George says, and then subsequently on the 26th and 27th, did you XYZ, and then Jonas interprets it incorrectly and says, before? And then Ramasipidi stands up to correct him, and I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Play the tape, George. Play the tape, George. And George looks like a deer with the headlights, and his eyes pop open like, hold the line. Okay. I am not instructed by an interpreter. And most definitely, do you see the camera? It's right next to you. Do you guys know the cameraman is? I thought it was those automated cam. No, it's a whole cameraman with a gigantic camera right there standing next to Untanzi. Why can't he just show us Untanzi when he's giving his speeches? Like, I don't understand. I think we need to put a submission as members of the public jury that, my lord, it's Untanzi. Hello, we know who he is. Come on. Can we see him, please? We want to see that passion. Some of us want to see that body language and see how is it going. And then Jonas, he just couldn't take it. He couldn't take the pressure. He played the tape. I imagine he went home and then he listened and then he went to the library and he looked up the word subsequently and then he saw that he actually indeed made a mistake. Some of us were very forgiving. We're very forgiving. Drop a 2 in the comment section if you confirm you're also forgiving. We were expecting him on Monday to show up and apologize. And we would move on. I wouldn't mention it again. Like the way I mentioned Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Gininda on page 283 of Paul O'Sullivan's book, because Paul O'Sullivan paid for his trip. That was not approved to the Czech Republic. And it's in a published book. I didn't publish the book, Paul O'Sullivan did. And, even if, Braji takes me to a court of law, I didn't lie. It's on page 283. And there's a picture as well. And that is him. That's how we now know who he is. So to Paul O'Sullivan, you'll forever be famous, but what did you do to the Standard Bank woman? Because she's done with her series. She's now about to tell us about you and Sarah Jane Trent. And I'm already embarrassed for you. You already went to the ad hoc committee and embarrassed yourself, but for you to now be embarrassed again by Miss Standard Bank, oh, Lord have mercy. But I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, and then Jonas didn't show up on Monday. He just didn't show up. He hasn't been there the entire week. He thinks that members of the public jury will forget. No, I will repeat it until he comes back and acknowledges that he made a mistake. As a linguistic expert, someone who is an officer of the court, aka he has a fiducial duty to put the right information onto the record, is now a very questionable man, especially since he exposed his relationship with the prosecutor. Someone put in the comment section is the thing is that the interpreters have been team state for a while, and this is our first time meeting a prosecutor who is neutral, a mister. Okay, Batani, you will forever be famous over here on Mzansi Unfiltered. You get a standing ovation from me. I do not care if people say he is slow. I do not care if he's slowing down the proceedings. I care that the record is accurate. I've been saying that from day one. I've been saying it, and you know what, Judge and team over there, yes, in the Jocelyn Smith case, is my proof that it is essential that the record is correct, because not everybody is going to go back to these live recordings and watch them. Do you know how long it takes to watch a live recording? First, you have to remember what date it was. And then after that, you have to remember at which minute they said it. We don't have, they don't put it in minutes. One of the reasons, do you guys ever know why I started the channel? I've never said it out loud. One of the reason I started the channel is because I was watching the Netflix documentary and it just wasn't make sure for me. And then I was like, wait, let me go and watch SABC and just understand. Let me go find this part on SABC. And then I went and it was a zoo. I was like, wait, what? I have to watch the whole proceedings to listen to a sentence. So that is why Mzansi Unfiltered came to town and aligns the videos by clips. And this is something SABC can do with ease. They can easily hire an intern, an unpaid one even, and they can literally just chop up that stuff and just put a title so we know what we're looking for. That is the bare minimum that we're asking for. But for some strange reason, SABC is adamant that we gotta sit through their entire 5 hour long stream, no chapters, nothing. And then they embed it with thousands of ads. And then you still know. And then after you finish watching those 5 hours, you'll be like, oh wait, no, that was the wrong date. So I try my best as well to make sure everything is in chronological order. Sometimes I'm a bit late, and you guys hate that. But it's because I need the record to be in chronological order. I can't jump forward. And some of you jump forward in the comments, and then I just ignore you because then you have to go put your comment in the right video. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. I want to tell you, so with the Malanga Commission, like, let's say we want to know what the recently arrested diva did. I can go to the transcript. I literally can go. I know she was live on the 6th of February 2026, and I just have to, click. I'm there, then I hit the transcript, and then I search for a word, and then boom, I found it. Literally. I can find what I'm looking for in the transcript because I'm using technology. I can search, I can put a key phrase, and the transcript will tell me it's right there. And then from the transcript, then I can go into the live to find it if I need the clip. Do you guys see the amount of work that I do? Do you guys see why I need more equipment? Because I need a lot of storage. I need a lot of storage because South Africa is an entire crime scene. It's an entire crime. Who would have thought I would have to keep clips of Diva and BBL and whatever crap goes on in SAPS. They do everything at SAPS except actually do their jobs. Have you guys noticed that? They do everything but their actual jobs. Isn't that the craziest thing? I think it's the craziest thing. I think it's absolute nonsense, if you ask me. But then, who am I? Who am I? So let me read you. So that's how fast it is. I literally was while I was talking, I was literally scrolling through um Diva's transcript. She's a very interesting character who had to find 80,000 brands on the spot. Because in our on and off again romantic relation, we do not care. Okay? We do not care. Don't annoy me. We are here to find out what Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, is it accurate or not? I don't care. But when you find yourself as a SAPS member having unethical relationships with a married man, you are unethical. Why am I saying that? Because you work for SAPS. So we members of the public jury, we are under the impression you guys are of the highest ordainments. You have oaths in there. You are supposed to uphold this and that. So let me read this. The second meeting was held on the 24th of August at Cat VIP offices, aka my boyfriend's offices. What in the nonsense is this? The overview of the forensic services and medical metrics were blah, 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 blah. Do you see? I have the transcript. I have every single transcript of the Malanga Commission. How many transcripts do I have of the SENZO MEYIWA trial? None. Zero. And I'm concerned because I feel that that is intentional so that members of the public jury do not sit down and read that transcript on a day-to-day basis. And we know from the Standard Bank Professor Anile Hammond, that you got to have that transcript. That transcript, you got to have it because they will deny. And then the transcript will prove that they're wrong. But anyway, let's go back. I went down on a long tangent in response to Dan's comment. I can't take Jonas anymore. Too many personal issues causing adjournments. Are they really personal or are they strategically placed? I told you guys Friday, and I predicted it. I told you they were going to end early. They always end early on Fridays. We need to accept that. They just come up with different reasons. They just rotate who's going to say it. Sometimes it's Ngumalo, sometimes it's Mshololo. They just rotate. It's an unwritten agreement in that courtroom that Fridays they want to leave early. And my lord is very lenient on that. Except when Advocate Tulani Joshua Ngumezulu, the late, asked to have an adjournment because his eyes were tired, and my lord said, hell no. Mm-mm. Rose! 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 Go get my where, and she went to get them. Hi, David. We are here at Mzansi Unfiltered. I love it for us. Welcome. Hi, Lonke. Maga Sandra, I see you. On behalf of Ngiyabonga ngale forever famous. Okay, Ntanzi, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the photo. Let us talk about the photo. I just need to grab some water. Give me a quick second. Let me get some water. While I do that, let me play this clip.
So what do you think happened?
Fethu ulongo wafika nesibhamu lapha. Ulongo wafika nasibhamu. Wafika ediniwe bakusho lokho ukuthi ulongo wafika ediniwe ngabingelelanga umuntu engena lapha. Ediniwe ukuthi uZandi wayekade ngamtholi. And the day before uZandi walala ngithi kaKheli. Kwalala uZandi nomthoko noSenzo no Kheli babelela ndawonye. And ulongo wafika lapho wabona ukuthi awukhona komjito khona la. Umuntu wamangimtholi. Wafika ngalola ngomsuku aphinde wahamba. Wabona khona abantu abawuthuthula manje. uSenzo noKheli ushuthi umthoko noZandi. Uvelo ibaselekile ubuya ngakusasa nje vele udiniwe. Uthi shuthi awenziwe ibhari yena umuntu wakhe yaxoshwa shuthi khona umshayashaya. uSenzo umfakele shuthi umjito wakhe waseDurban. Isuka lapho ke leyo nto isuka ngokuthi le mjito wayidiniwe. Ekwali waxabana nalo nomuntu wakhe kuZandi. Kanti bexabana kwasuka umsindo sidonsa isibhamu nomjidi ngoba inhlamvu yokuqala yaqhuma yashaya phansi yazolimaza uZandi la usuka lapho xixixi kubanjwa isibhamu ukuthi kwenza kanjani kudonseka itrigger iyona into efanele iyochazwa ngoba sasingasaphethwe wena kuphela asekubangiswana.
So are you saying that you don't believe what they are saying in court?
Ayikho ngole besho ayikho mina ngathi ngifike eGoli ngatshelwa enye indoda abanye abantu statement sami sikhona ngikhuluma into statement sami sikhona ecourt basazongibiza omunye uyikhulu naye shuthu oba involved ekutheni istory fanele simiso kanjani bathi ndodana batlalela la ngikutshela lento ekhulunywayo lo izikhulunywa ukuthi ngene igebengu lapha ayikho lonto ndodana wenzela imedia usenze bethandwa abantu kakhulu wenzela ukuthi umsindo ungasuka eSouth Africa into eyenzekile nje udubuleke elamula uZandi nesoka lapha ixatshwana ongitshela kanje lo muntu wakhuluma nalabo abasendlini bayazi omunye umuntu omkhulu naye wayekhona kukhulunywa le ebikelwa nangalo daba usewenzekile.
The famous words of Big Brother. Is he? Yeah, Big Brother. Big Brother Spiso Mayua, SENZO MEYIWA's big brother, who has taken this case, docket 636, to the highest heights. He has written open emails. I've shared those with you. He is tired, okay? He is tired. Even his tired is tired, okay? He is so tired of them gulugudu tendencies. But then we saw Ntanzi, okay? Tell Advocate George Baloy, I just want to take this moment to say thank you so much for working so hard on this case. And then you saw Advocate George Baloy pause and stare at Ntanzi like, whoa, what's going on here? Why is he thanking me? What's going on? And then Ntanzi goes on to say, I just want to thank you so much for bringing onto the record that I did not have an O-shaped beard at the time of the commissioning of the crime. You have brought a very crucial photo, my Capitec photo. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Advocate Ntanzi takes over the role and he says, take a look at that picture. Take a look at me now. Do you or do you see a beard? Huh? Do you or do you see an O-shaped beard? Is it connecting? What do you see? And it is then in that moment, there was nothing Advocate George Baloy could do. Because then the defense rose up and said, yes, we also want to see that photo. And then it is made available. And then my Lord says, yes, with so much excitement. I'm going to look at it with my glasses. Okay, I also need a copy because I can't look that far. It's too far for me. By the way, members of the public jury, we also need to see that photo because it's a bone of contention in that courtroom. And we want to form our opinions very truthfully. You know, is it or is it not an O-shaped beard? So guess what happens? Guess what happens? Judge Baloy is forced to beam it. And then the defense walk over to go and look and study the beard. Who would have ever thought that beards would be a main topic in this trial? Isn't that something? All because Ntanzi put it on the record. Oh my goodness. So he says, thank you so much, Advocate George Baloy, that you have brought that. And I love that you are saying that your comeback line, which is weak, is that the photo was taken at Capitec in 2013, which is literally 1 year and 3 months approximately before the commissioning of the crime. That is enough time for a beard, a full O-shaped beard, to have grown around you. So what you're saying, Ntanzi, doesn't work. It does not work. It doesn't. It can't be. And Ntanzi said, I love you so much you are right. I agree with you and I accept your assertions. Now I want you to copy those exact same assertions and paste them when you bring to this court a photo of me from 2018, 2019, 2020. I was screaming. I was screaming like somebody at a soccer match. Like, go for it, Ntanzi, go for it. That goal is about to go in. The goal is in. Woo! And then we saw Advocate Judge Baloy take a moment to whisper with his director of Mkulugudu tendencies. Yes, the graduate, the professor, no, the PhD doctor, Dr. Sibanda. And then, my lord, is this a good time to take an agenda? No, it is not a good time to take an adjournment. Respond to the assertions by Ntanzi. You keep putting on the record photos from 2018, 2019, 2020. Besides, the interpreter also needs a comfort break. Oh my goodness. That was a moment. That was a moment. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So Maga Sandra says she is here on behalf of that photo of 2013 that we haven't seen, but we can only imagine. In fact, I think AI can help us. Just give me an hour or two. Let me play with that. Let me recreate that photo on behalf of Advocate George Baloyi. My Lord promised us. You see, we listen. My Lord promised us that when Georgie hands up that photo, he is going to look at it because he has the advantage. He can look at it with his eyes, and then he can look at it a second time with his glasses, and then we will finally put this matter to rest. Registrar hands him the photo. He looks at it with his eyes. And then I waited for him to put on his glasses. No, he did not. I'm like, it's like waiting for Christmas morning and thinking you're going to get a Christmas present and then you don't. Especially when Santa has promised you that you're going to get one. Like, I think it doesn't help that he wears a red robe as well. But anyway, let me land my plane. My lord, um, he doesn't do what he says, but he's very quick to remind us that he is the top prosecutor. Oh, no, no, he's not the top prosecutor. He is the senior black, the most senior. There's no one else above him, aka no one can tell me nothing. That's why they came and found me on retirement and said, pretty please, with the cherry on top, because we want to have a second bite at the cherry. Get it? Can you come back and be part of the SENZO MEYIWA trial? And he said, of course. Second bite at the cherry, second chance to sit in that throne, second chance to put on my robe, even though the sleeves are a bit messy. I'm coming back. Say no more. I am there as the most senior black um, judge. Then I'm tempted to ask myself, wait a damn minute, wait a damn minute. Are you trying to say that cases are assigned to judges by color? Is that what you're trying to say, my lord? That because this is the SENZO MEYIWA trial, a black judge must preside over it? It can't be Judge Ndim. Is that what you're saying? It can't be any other judge. They must be black. Is that what I'm understanding? Feel free to correct me in your next rant in the court. Next comment is from the voice behind the mic. Jonas and Judge Rata are dramatic. They like making this case about them. Absolutely. Especially Jonas. Like, it's totally misplaced. Jonas, in the words of Shalolo, you are just an interpreter in that courtroom. You cannot cite any court laws or cases. you can only repeat what has been said and switch it from one language to another. We do not care about your opinion, FYI. But with that said, Untanzi is the master chef. Da 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 da. The voice, you are correct. They want to be it's the main character syndrome, guys. That main character syndrome, Danzi has taken it and clipped it. Da 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 da. I confirm my appearance on behalf of Malawian in Mzansi Unfiltered. Come on, come on, come on. Hi, Philip. Magasandra says, yes, my lord, we are in this mess because of a hoodie. Mm-hmm. And we are definitely in this. The mess is messing, okay? Danzi is God's child. Come through, Emily. He surely is. He surely is. Hello, hello, Nomvula. How are you? And then Okanyusila says, good evening, my lady. I'm still here. Yes. On behalf of Bondava Molweni from GQ, I think I read that comment earlier, confirming my arrival family. Western Coast, come through. How is it in the West? Hello, Mzansi Unfiltered. Oh, not from Ekuruleni. Hi. How is it going over there? How are the arrests? Can you please check in on the other Mkwanazi, the Mkuluguti version? South Africa is really a movie, a drama, a series. It is absolutely crazy. Do you think Ramasifili will try to get a hold of Ndanzi's bank statement? I can only wait. What did Mr. Interpreter say? I can only wait for Amy Voga. Okay, we can only wait for re-examination. I can't predict it. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to give a certain brigadier clues to go driving and searching for a certain Dr. Batani. I don't want to give no clues because the state's ship is sinking. Terribly so. I don't know. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Inside party within. Boo, 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 boo. Oh, protocol observed. Good evening, gang, gang. We observe protocol over here. State of the Nation address of the SENZO MEYIWA trial. Or is it? Or is it the Capitec Bank? Capitec. Don't think you can be caught. Capitec must just issue a statement immediately. Capitec must volunteer to become a friend of the court because you don't want no TikTok videos, 17-part series. Because Standard Bank is currently struggling. People are closing bank accounts left, right, and you don't want to be that person. So you better become a friend of the court and just bring that statement voluntarily. Don't make us ask you twice. Don't make us ask you twice. And why is that statement handwritten, the one that's in the court? Anyway, do the right thing, Capitec, because I don't want to have to send Dr. Hammond an email and say, can you also look into Capitec? Can you just do one quick video, Nyana? Just one. 1 million plus views. 400,000 shares. You don't want that smoke, Capitec. That smoke is smoking. It's smoking. And it will be smoking hot. It's piping hot. You don't believe me? Ask Standard Bank. Ask Standard Bank how the heat is heating. The heat is heating by one woman, a certain professor who has taken over Standard Bank. Anyway, Lanke, a massive mess. I agree. Danzi massively descends from top down to Baloy's arena. Gooby, gooby, gooby. It is bad. It's awful. But you know what's even badder? Is how stubborn Advocate George Baloy is. He is intent. He is determined. I've never met anyone more determined than Advocate George Baloy. He's not letting go anytime soon. He's holding on Tight. Mm, tighter than a bodysuit. Good evening, Mzansi Unfiltered, says Oguhle, as it pleases the live. Oh, come through, come through. Your Honor, Baloy is not. No, he's not. Mm-mm. He is not. Wow. Tina, we listen and we don't judge. That's right. But we are shocked when my Lord doesn't deliver on his promises. I am. I can. What? Chacha. Do you know the words that Danzi uses to describe his own beard? It's crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy to me. Can we once put the Constitutional Court trust funds under the microscope? What are you talking about? Oh, what are you talking about? Are you digressing? Then we have Dan saying Baloyi has to deal with 375 and those warrants. Imagine, just guys, let's picture it with me for a second. Imagine Advocate George Baloyi, the good doctor, the cold drink unit, and maybe, just maybe, my lord, seated in a dock. I don't know which magistrate court they will pick. Maybe they should take them to the Prospect Magistrate Court. Imagine them sitting in the dock and then their bail conditions. I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm just gonna leave it there. Just imagine who's gonna have the highest bail of them all. And then the state is gonna say, no, we don't oppose the bail application. But they must hand in their passports, because Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Kinenda, he might head on back over there to the Czech Republic and get asylum. But I promise you I don't write a script, but I shock myself sometimes. So Rata is writing questions that Baloy should ask and hammer. Is that what he's writing? I don't know. Tembilani inside Parati within. Promise says you are not normal. Why are you spreading lies? Sis, promise. Let's take a moment and assist Promise. You see, Promise. You can't subscribe and then wait so that your subscription time is valid and then come in to comment and then say that I am not normal. Like, Promise, you just can't do that. And then you say that I am spreading lies. Let me help you because I'm not the one spreading lies. The lies are being spread by a channel that is funded in part by the government. Let's go over and watch the lies. And then see, this is not a pre-recording, this is not AI. Here are the comments. Let me see if I can find any. You see the comments over here, Dan. I didn't plan this. I was trying to find a familiar name, but there we have Dan inside party within. Wait, let me find Elf. Clearly, Elf is also here in these comments. This is absolutely hilarious. Thank you so much, Promise, for bringing me to the comment section on SABC. Let me find all those who were involved in this case must be arrested. Oh, and then Ntanzi came over. Do you see? These are real comments, okay? Let me show you. There's our Alf. Alf. Good evening. All protocol observed. Who put the penguin inside the comments? Anyway, let's make sure that Promise knows that I don't spread lies. In fact, let's watch the most senior prosecutor advocate, George Baloy, all protocol observed. And let's hear him for a brief second. I just want, Promise to believe in the madness. Promise?
November 2020 at 17:38:01 seconds.
Sokufundela ke ukuya phambili maqondana nalesithombe esisekhasini lesithathu ekhonjiswe sona ku page 56 ebufakazini bukaNdlovu ku line number 1 uchaza kanjena uthi lana ngibona umuntu ubuso bakhe kulesi sithombe abucaci kahle abubonakali ngokucacile lo muntu ugqoke i-track suit and hoodie ngaphezulu le-track suit ibomvu ngombala kanti ngaphansi lesi sithombe sathathwa nge-cellphone yohlobo lwe-Samsung J5 and uthi lesi sithombe sasisiyacishwa ngosuku esacishwa ngalo uthi isikhathi isithombe esathathwa ngaso bese uyaqhubeka futhi uthi kwakungonyaka ka-2020 kwathi ngenyanga ye-11 19 kwaphinde kwathi ngenyanga ye-12 kwathi ngesikhathi sika 17:38 usho ukuthi 22 minutes kuyoshaya 6 ntambama ngo 0.1 second kufundela njengoba kunjalo. Did you end there on page 56?
I love it when he does this.
Yes. The question is that the picture depicts you here wearing a hoodie, red and black hoodie jacket.
Lana lesi sithombe sikhombisa ke ugcoke lokho sikubiza ngehoodie. Noma singathi ibhanti lohlobo lwehoodie noma ihlobo lwehoodie elinombala obomvu nomnyama.
Ngizoqala ngiphendule lapha embaleni.
I'll first respond to the color.
Umbala lo ubomvu noneva ukho umnyama ophisholo na umnyama.
The colors are depicted here. It's red and navy. There's no black there.
Siphinde futhi ngiphendule ngasithombe. Isithombe sesa 2014 lesa 2020.
And
who's lying now?
Picture here. It's not a 2014 picture, but it's a 2020 picture.
Lapha kodwa inkulu icala la 2014 na 2020.
Here in court, we are dealing with a matter allegedly occurred in 2014, not 2020.
Ooh.
Bese ngaphendula ngethombe ngakhala ngathi ithombe lesa kusiwa ama data azo lapha phambi kodwa.
Damn, Ntanzi.
Complained about the pictures and say that these pictures uthe ama data and
Ngake ngakhala ngapha kodwa akusiwa ama data azo la khulunywa ngaphambi kwecourt.
I complained that the dates that are mentioned in court are not the pictures dates.
Now, the next picture that we wish to refer you to, it's picture number 4 of exhibit DD4B, page 2379. Now, with reference to this exhibit, Warrant Officer Ndlovu testified as follows on the 10th of June 2025, page 57, line 10. But maybe just before that, the state at line 4 said, now let us move to page 4 of exhibit DD4B, page 2379. Then Warrant Officer, the state then asked him what is his observation. And then Warrant Officer Ndlovu testified as follows. Said, I see a person who is wearing a tracksuit that has 2 colors from the chest going to the body of the person. It is black in color. That from the chest to the upper part of the body, it is red in color.
Is this a fashion and fabric class?
And He says, and also he has a beard that is shaped in an O shape.
Sokufundela futhi uyakufakaza ukufunda umshushisi obathula ngomhla ziyishumi kuJune 2025.
Let me tell you something, promise. It could never be me, okay? It could never be me lying. Spreading lies. It could never be me. Maybe we should take a closer look at you. Why are you lying? When the record can speak for itself. What is the record saying? Do you remember when Advocate Judge Baloyi said, and I quote, the record, no, he said, a photo speaks for itself, and Umnisi stands up and says, this is not an objection per se, but what is the photo speaking? What is the photo saying? Listen, Umnisi is the problem. Nisi is the problem. And then Advocate Judge Baloyi had to tell us what the photo is saying. So, promise. Gather your words. Gather your words. It's not me. The record is proving you wrong. It is Advocate Judge Baloyi and his papers. All those papers that he's flipping back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And Ntanzi says, first of all, that is not a black hoodie. It's navy blue. Okay? And now we have to do fashion and fabrics class, and I just couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. So, thank you for subscribing, though. I appreciate you. Welcome to the class. Welcome. So, let me also put the link in the comment section if you guys want to come up and chat. Let me first of all find it. They changed everything. Now I don't know what this is. Invite guests to the studio. What is all this? This is so confusing. Oh no. Paste. Okay. Excuse me. So I've put it inside the link. You're welcome to join. Promise. You get a VIP invite. Come up. You don't have to show yourself. You can just come and speak your truth. I'm giving you an opportunity to unmic live here on Mzansi Unfiltered. I want you to come. Say it with your chest. Don't be a keyboard warrior. Come and say it with your chest. We want to listen to you. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity because, wait, let me see. Promise, come home. Promise, where are you? Promise. Did you run away? I want to beam you, but I got oh, promise. Your comment got deleted. But guess what? I see you. How are you, Promise? How's your evening? Oh, you don't have any content on your channel. So you don't post any videos spreading the good news? Oh, Promise. Why would you do that? I was looking forward to engaging with you on your videos. I was going to beam it, but you don't have any videos. So you just have comments? You're just on the comment streets? Come live. I've put the link in the comment section. Come live. Let's talk about it. I just want to know who hurt you. Who hurt you, Promise? Come home. See, you're distracting the entire live stream. And I'm giving you an opportunity to come and talk to us. Just click the link, come up, turn your camera off, turn it on, whichever you prefer, whatever makes you sleep well at night. And come and tell us where Mzansi Unfiltered has lied. Did I lie about Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Gininda on page 283 of Paul O'Sullivan's book? No, it's in print. Did I lie about Jonas failing to understand the word subsequently? No. It's on the recording of the 20th of March 2026. I'll have to look up the timestamp to give it to you. Did I lie about my lord saying he was going to look at the photo twice, one with his glasses, one without? No. Did I lie about Advocate George Baloyi looking like a deer with the head? No, everything is a no, and I'm getting irritated. But anyway, I digress. Let's reset the room. Let's reset. I gotta reset. Okay, I gotta reset. Jumping over to David. And he says the justice system has failed all of us. Louder, please. Imagine pretending not to remember the evidence during the Maumela case. Novo comes in different stories from those who were in the house. Just imagine that. Slush fund, it's got this stimulus. It helps your memory come to life. It stimulates you. That slush fund stimulates you so much, especially if you never touch that amount of money in cash. Like, Tumelo Manzala, allegedly, okay? And then he posts everything on Facebook, and then he thinks the internet will forget. Internet never forgets. Do you know that promise? The internet never forgets. And then SENZO MEYIWA trial must be investigated. This is something I advocate for. Must be investigated. At this point, I don't care what the verdict is going to be. I just think they need to do Malanga. Once you guys are done, which is surely soon, because you're doing a phenomenal job, can you just kind of assist, be friends of Judge Rata's court? I think Judge Rata would kick everyone out. He'll be like, who invited you to this party? This is my show, and I'm the most senior judge. A black one at that. Westonia, a senior. Ooh, I can't read that comment, Gushle. No. No, the Lieutenant General Mkwanazi, he watches new media. There is no way I can say such things out loud and then be quoted out of context by Promise and then say I said. No, I can't do that. But I've put it on the screen for you guys to read. Okay, and then, look at that, Nhlanhla as well. We have a problem in the judicial system, period. We've heard cops and magistrates being bought. They've been bought, they get BBLs, they also get Ozempic, and then they money launder. We are watching this all in 4K, okay? It is a lot. Belta, hi darling. Good evening, family. Mzansi Unfiltered. I hope you are all fine. Doing pretty good. How are you doing? We have a problem in the judicial period. There's a good sense that there will be a SENZO MEYIWA Commission of inquiry to uncover every irregularity. Sadly, I don't think they will actually do it because there's way too many chefs in the kitchen. I don't think they'll do it. I think we can call for it, but I actually don't think they will literally do it. Unless I think actually I've changed my mind. I've scratched that last 5 seconds. I forgot, okay? Spiso Mayua is holding the fort. Spiso Mayua is holding the fort and he's applying pressure there by the neck and he's not letting go. He's either, if he's not at the NDPP, he's there by the police commissioner. If he's not there, he's there by the police minister. If he's not there, he's there by IDAC. If he's not there, he's opening a Let me tell you, he's not playing anymore. Okay. Botswana in the building. Boo, 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 boo. Hello. He is not playing. Okay. Yeah, I changed my mind. How could I forget? Spiso Mayua. Ba 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 ba. Yes, I got it right. Mulibanji. Is that how you even spell? Oh gosh. Okay, so I definitely pronounced it wrong. If that's how you spell it. Mulibanji. I always say Nje. Okay, so it's G. Okay. Thank you. See, we learn every day. We are inside Pagati within Malawi. keep making hi Tebogo, keep making noise about this injustice and shenanigans of the prosecution and Judge Rata and Mr. 50 Years. And I listen, I just put the record out there. I'm not altering it, I'm not changing it. I'm just making sure it lives forever on free media. Because do you realize that SABC can just one day turn off all those lives? Do you guys realize that? They can just one day be like, yeah, hmm, hmm. They can just turn it all off in a blink of an eye. That would be crazy though. And then we won't have access because we don't even have transcripts. Then we won't have lives. So make sure that you're subscribed, okay? Remember to keep watching the videos. When you keep watching the videos, it keeps the channel active. And I'm not just talking about myself, everybody who covers the SENZO MEYIWA trial. Please make sure you keep watching. Why? It's applying pressure. It's keeping the story alive. It's keeping the real narrative alive because I don't want to talk about a giant local screen channel that changes the narrative. I I just don't. And they better like their version this week, whatever they post, they better put the real version out. Okay. I'm tired of holding them accountable. And I'm also tired of watching their channel. I'm tired. Okay. So thank you, Debucho, for that encouragement. And I also encourage members of the public. Okay. I encourage members of the public. Without you, I am nothing. Okay. What? What apology? No. Mvuga. You mean like re-examination? That's Ramasipili. No, they've got nothing to apologize. It's Jonas who owes us an apology. Dimelo Malala says that Untanzi was wearing a grey hoodie, and then Constable Zungu says a black hoodie. Which is which? That is why Constable Skumbozo Sizwe Zungu, Mkologoto Zungu Naiza, had to say he was wearing a black hoodie, and then they went and they commissioned the crime, and then he came back and switched and changed the hoodies around. That's why he had to put that in his Mkologoto affidavit that was written in 2023 when he was out spreading rumors in 2020. So how is he only putting pen to paper later? Did you guys watch that moment where Umnisi had to remind the judge about, hey, you then made Zungunaiza go pick up his paperwork and then it never came? That was the most weirdest thing. And I felt like the judge was changing the record. But anyway, he listens. Yeah, he listens, right? I am trying to think about Baloy's age now. What will happen if he reaches his retirement age? This cooking not done, because it seems only him who understands this part. Oh, do you not see his sidekick over there? They're just going to continue. Sidekick is right there. In fact, he's the director of the show. He's out there whispering and whispering. This is the most whispering that has ever happened between Advocate George Baloy and the doctor. Did you guys ever notice that? Advocate Baloy is usually ready to go. He starts for all. Where did my English bundles go? Why have I run out of words? Did we use them up for the day? Advocate George Baloy normally stands at that podium, at that bar podium. His filing is usually on point. It is organized. He flips through his pages. It's also always in a binder, not a bunch of papers stapled together. And he starts his cross-examination, re-examination from start to finish, and he never speaks with the doctor except to say beam it. This time he's like, help! What should I say now? What is next? Where do we go from here? Kenya? In the building? Get out of here. I have a blogger that I watch who is presently in Kenya, and her channel name is, let me think for a second. My wish is my command, and I'm thoroughly enjoying her taking us around Kenya because I've never been to Kenya. So, Shadi. Oh, Shadi. I'm just gonna have to be respectful, but on this channel, Shadi, is associated with impalas. Are there impalas in Kenya? I know there's definitely giraffes. But are there impalas as well? Let us know in the comment section. Let us welcome Kenya into the building. Can you come up to the VIP section in the front of the room? Thank you so much for watching. Oh my goodness, this is exciting. So I'm watching from Kenya. Judge Rata is a farce. And he's making South Africa look bad. In Kenya, such a court can't survive scrutiny and would have been halted. Now you're showing off. Hmm? Now you're showing off. We have no choice. It is what it is. We can only wait for any form of intervention. And it doesn't look like it's coming anytime soon. But shout out to Kenya. Thank you so much. I agree with everything you said, including halting the court. But for some, even I bow my head to Ntanzi. This is it. I'm done. No further cross examination. But no, every day he comes back and revisits the same things he's covered 3 or 4 days ago. Can we see your face on live, my wife? Hanyana, what do you do to see the face of your wife? What must you do in the tradition? What must you do? Words are nothing. Words speak nothing. I mean, we must follow the customary methods. Motivate your submissions with an incentive, irresistible incentive at that. But with that said, we also have Ujabulile inside, inside from Western area. I thought I read the comment. Hello, is this a second comment or a second person? I thought I read the comment, but welcome. Okay, Wusani has a long question. Let's find out. Can you please clear me here on the lies of intruders who was having dreadlocks? The first one, the second one, the third one. Which one? Just because it's been questioned by Ntanzi and Ungube as well. Well, I'm trying to understand your question. Are you asking who has the dreadlocks? Accused number 1, accused number 2, or accused number 3? Please clean up your question a little bit because I'm confused. But David says, where's Mr. Lukele as he requested help to get 3 million rand promised by Kininda and Ramo? I have no idea. I don't follow that case that closely. Sorry, 1 second. I need to sneeze. Sorry about that. Puma silwe, Baloy. You can take me to appeal. But once you get there, just know I'm the most senior black judge. No one, even them over there by the appeal department, are not as senior as I am. I am waiting for you patiently, so I am Gulugudu on behalf of Bloemfontein. Hello. Hello, Dan. Dan is in the building. Haven't heard from him, I think, in 2026. Hi, Dan. Welcome.
Hey, what's up?
Do you
I'm
hear
Mzansi
me?
Unfiltered. How you doing? Can you hear me?
I am doing great. Thank you for joining. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Now, I've been in your videos. I just
I
haven't
saw your
called up in a
comment
while.
in the SABC chat.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry?
Yeah. Come again? Well,
No, go
I was
ahead.
just
Go ahead.
okay. I'm sorry. There might be like a lag or something, but no, I'm saying I've been in your videos. I just haven't been in the StreamYard as of late, but I've been around, and I've been in the SABC
That's good to hear.
watching
It's
the
always
trial.
good to hear.
But no, I wanted to say
Your
that
watchdog over there.
yeah, right. I'm one of the many watchdogs because of the state bots over there trying to manipulate us with their uh, whatever they're trying to pull over our eyes. No, but
Propaganda.
I wanted to say, I'm starting to feel kind of sorry for Baloy. I'm starting to feel kind of bad because, like, if you look at him now, like Baloy as the man, as the prosecutor, right, the lead prosecutor, he's nothing like he was. He's like a shell of himself from even when the second trial started. Like you know, he was more. I don't know how to say. I don't want to say arrogant, but more brave. You know, because he knows what he's doing is wrong, but he was more brave about it. But it's
He
like
was.
now it's like everything is just crumbling before his eyes. Like even behind the scene of the trial, like things are coming out, people are coming out. Three of your witnesses spoken against you in your case, and you know you're committing own goals like every day. You're stretching the the evidence in your cross examination to the tune of weeks, and I think for any other of his colleagues, like his other prosec- uh, prosecutor buddies in the province and whatnot, or even people who dislike him. You know how people are in the job. You know, you have your friends and your frenemies and whatnot. I think people are watching him and are probably just laughing and like because he's stuttering, he's reading extremely slow. He's repeating. It's to the point where he's on one question for an hour. You know, and I think you have to look at this and say like this is a guy who's highly educated. He's boasted to be what, like the best prosecutor or something like that, like never lost or something, like never lost a case, allegedly. You know, that has to go into question now, that whole theory.
We
But
must review those cases.
yeah, exactly.
Whoever said
Seriously.
he's never lost, we need to understand what they're talking about.
Right. And he's hit a low so low that now he's getting tips from the good doctor, from the who's actually a junior prosecutor himself. You know, he's a doctor nonetheless. Yeah, no, I mean, don't confuse what the doctor title with the fact that he's still a junior prosecutor. So, and he's giving Baloy like what to say. You know, it's
No,
embarrassing.
no, but let me just tell you something. There
Yeah.
was a shift in that courtroom from the time he was announced as a doctor. The judge was so
Mhm.
excited.
I don't
And
think it,
since
it
then,
happened. I'm listening. Sorry.
no, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I hear you and you're right, but not at that moment. I think I think when it was announced that Sabanda was a doctor, I think that was very much in a time when the judge, still didn't like Sabanda very much. I think that was a form of mockery. I think every time up until now, uh, like he says, "Oh, what does the good doctor say?" You know, "Oh, we have a doctor here," or something like that. I think that was all like jabs, because it was kind of obvious he didn't like Sabanda for a while. But then Sabanda had like that one victory he had when leading Ross or something like that. He had some kind of short victory for the prosecution, and I think after that point, um, because I mean, other than the fact that he's been caught daylight altering evidence his damn self, he's not in deep hot water as his his mentor. He's not, in such a hot, like he doesn't have warrants for his arrest that I've heard. I'm talking about Sabanda. He doesn't have any. Baloy has those. He's terrified. Baloy is terrified of docket 375 because of everything playing out right now in 636 with all of the witnesses are basically laying the the foundation. They're laying everything, the facts that 375 is the case to answer. It still deals with it still deals with 636, but it's the point that players have disrupted the ends of justice. So Baloy has a warrant allegedly. right? Drafted, and
Mm-hmm.
and Ganinda. So he's terrified of anything smelling like 375 in this case. So he's going very slow. You know, it's embarrassing watching him go into recess like that. You know, from a month ago. It's embarrassing. Like those poor defense probably said no. He probably won't go up until recess. You know, they're probably just guessing. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to say I'm starting to feel bad for the guy. Like no matter what, and you got those team state bots in the chat trying to say that Baloy is cruising and going, you know, like he's doing so well. He's doing so terrible. He's buried himself. He's doing own goal after own goal, and that latest one with the photo was just embarrassing because the judge knows when to look at a picture and doesn't know when to look at a picture. It's embarrassing, but yeah, we could just sit back and just watch him bury himself some more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And speaking of those state bots, let us not forget Promise. Once in a
Oh,
lifetime
yeah.
opportunity. Come and
No, Promise
represent the
isn't going to
team.
come back
Take
in the
one for the
chat.
team.
No,
Come
Promise
and talk
isn't.
to us.
I hidden Promise on this channel because when I looked into the messages when he said you were lying, I looked into her previous messages, and all of them were just like one-liners coming to say that you are the lying, or they can't wait to see Ntanzi and um
No,
uh
don't hide anyone. Don't hide
okay.
anyone. Let her come back.
Well,
I don't
I'll go,
hide anyone. I only hide like absolute idiots.
get
And
you.
there's very few.
Okay.
No,
Uh,
promise
I'll
is
undo it.
harmless. Yeah. No, please don't hide. Don't hide. I don't hide people
I got you.
because it's very painful to be hidden because you'll be talking to yourself and wondering why is nobody talking back? Why is no one fighting back?
It's only the
No.
state bats that get
Come.
hidden there, to be honest, because then they can't do that stuff that they do in SABC here or Noni's channel. You know, they can't do that stuff. But if you want them to be seen, then
Which is why
it's your decision.
no, I don't mind. I'm not afraid of them. I'm not afraid. I actually had someone who has been giving me the hardest time in the comment section for years.
What's the name?
And then this week I said, "You know what? I need you to know that I'm not afraid of you. I am not afraid of you." To the shock of my life. No, I said something like, "I'm not afraid of you and I don't even know why you still watch these videos." And then they responded in the next video. Again, they came back to watch the next one. It is what it is. And I was like, what? Because that hide button is not so far. That's why I don't use it. I believe there's a come to Jesus moment. They're going to repent from their sins. And especially now, it's very hard because Ntanzi is putting facts on the table. So the worst they can say is, I am lying. That's the best line they can come up with, which
Yeah.
is not true.
Then there's that
So
part,
it's
and
very sad.
Tanzi is
We also
em-
have
embarrassing Baloy. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, I was going to say mass, mass, mass. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think this is the voice without the mic. Come through. Welcome to the chat.
Hi, hi, hi. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. Please introduce yourself before you continue. We have over 200 people in the room. Okay. Some of them might not know who you are. So please introduce yourself.
That's mess. The voice behind the mic. Hi, Dan.
Wait,
What's good, my
wait,
brother?
wait, wait, wait. Speaking of the voice behind the mic, I saw him in the flesh over there at South, no, SA Infotainment. SA Infotainment. Why am I drawing a blank? At oh gosh, guys, help me. SA Infotainment, right? Yes, I got it right. SA Infotainment channel, and I was thoroughly impressed. And I was like, wait, are you out here giving Gulugutu tips on what to do with their devices. Come on now. And guess what? I had to change my. Okay, so I'm having trouble with my. I use the iPad Pro. I use an iPad Pro um device. That's what I use. I could use a MacBook, but it just doesn't work for what I needed to do. So I use an iPad Pro. So my iPad Pro is giving me a little bit of problems. So I took it to get serviced. Ladies and gentlemen, I had everything you said in the back, and they're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So we're going to take it. I said, what? No. So obviously I have an iPad and then I have my iPhones. And then I'm like, oh no, iPad, I don't care. You can take it. You can take it. You're gonna give me a new one? Yeah. You're gonna give me a brand new one? Yes. You're gonna give me a brand new one? Yes. We'll take this one because the battery is dying, and then we'll give you a new one at the price of the battery. I'm like, get the hell out of here. Why did nobody tell me this? This is impressive. And then what do I have to do? You just got to back up your device, and then we'll transfer it over to the other one. So I'm waiting for it to be shipped, and then once it arrives, I'll be able to do that process. But because this is my work device, there's nothing personal in this. I don't care. They can take this one and give me the other one. But now, if it's my iPhone, hell no. Okay, we're gonna smash it, throw it in the river, take it out of the river, smash it again. So, guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Mass gave a lot of guidelines on SA Infotainment channel. I can't remember the video title. It's got to do with Kelly. I think Kelly is on the thumbnail, right? I think Kelly's on the thumbnail, and he talks about cell phones and how, reset doesn't really mean reset. Okay, I'm done speaking. There you go. I'm off the soapbox.
Yeah, we did two videos with Bongani, and yeah, the one that talks about Kelly makes me laugh because I saw the comments. People are really mad at me, and some they've been using swearing word. So I was
Why are they
what
mad? I never read the
reading.
comments because I watched that entire live while I was driving. So I never saw the comments. Oh, goodness me. What
I, I,
happened? What did you do?
I was I was reading the comment with my wife here. We were laughing because people sometimes they when they can't argue, they swear at you. So it's funny.
Like,
But anyway,
promise.
but anyway, what I wanted to put here, my point here is, let's start at the beginning. Remember, the first police when they went to the house, they went to the house, then from the house they went to hospital. The reason for them to go to hospital, it was because the house didn't look like the crime scene. And when they get to the hospital,
Mm,
they
wait
came
a
back.
damn minute. What did you just say? That is very insightful. That is powerful. General
So
Musikili, come to the front of the room. We're addressing you now. Okay, go for it. Wow,
yes,
that's huge.
because that statement, I think it's from Musia. That statement, it aligns with what the honorable member of AFF said, that that house didn't look like the crime scene. So now, that's why the police went to hospital and go and check what is happening. Immediately when Kelly didn't want to talk to them, and they realized that, okay, the person apparently who's lying down here is Senzo, and the information is he got shot at the very house that they went to. Then that's when they
Mm-hmm,
went back. So now, why was the crime scene didn't look like the crime scene?
mm,
Obviously,
mm, mm,
it only tells us that the house was clean, meaning Matthias was right. The house was clean. So
mm-hmm,
if the house was clean, who cleaned the house.
Mhm.
Point number 2, if the house didn't look like the crime scene, it was clean, then how did they find the bullets that was hidden between the glass jars while the house was clean? So
Mhm.
now it goes back to what Gwabini was saying, that they came with the gun. They wanted to plant a gun. So now I saw them. So meaning the person who found the bullet, he or she might be the person who came with that bullet, allegedly. Which is the same reason why they went to Rustenburg to go and search for hoodies. They found hoodies, but they are not taking them. Even if it's not the color that you wanted, but you were supposed to take what you found. But no, they leave those hoodies. They come with bullets, which it
Imagine
equally
that.
tells that which is equally telling us that no, Ntanzi is right. They didn't manage to go in his house. It's not true, because if they went through in his house, in his house, he says the very same gray hoodie that I'm wearing now, it was left there. And the gray hoodie, remember, the gray hoodie is there as one of the hoodies that he was wearing on that day, 26.
Mhm.
So how do you leave the gray hoodie and come with the bullet? And while you were looking for the gray and the black hoodie, then you leave the gray, you come with the bullet. Then that thing it's a pure lie. They are lying. It was so embarrassing when Ntanzi was saying your favorite police that you are saying they cannot go to from Boksburg to Rustenburg just for wait at the gate and not do anything. They were chased in court for lying. And you know what that statement does to Rata? It
Mm,
says
mhm.
you are the bad because you can't pick up when somebody's lying. There is a magistrate that lower court who can
Mm.
pick up that this person is lying. Then you are here telling us that you are a senior, you are listening, and you are 50 years, but you can't pick up when somebody is lying. So
Because
that
they're officers
goes.
of the court. They could never lie. As far as Judge Rata is concerned, the police, how many are they? 16 senior SABS members. He is saying they're lying. They were not
how
arrested.
how
It's AI.
how can you come in my house and find hoodies, and you are looking for hoodies no matter the color, then you go back and says you just saw them and leave them. You are supposed to come with at least red, green, so that you can come and say, okay, fine, this guy is a hoodie guy. That's what we found. That one, maybe he destroyed it, but this one, why are they using to 2020 pictures? Because they wanted the picture, not the 20. As long as it's a picture with an oval, that's what they took.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
if you want a hoodie, you find a hoodie. You just take what you found there. So the most senior police, they search Ntanzi, take out the key, but they leave the phone. The most senior, 2 phones in his pocket. They can't see that this guy's got 2 phones in his pocket.
In his
They were
case, you
searching
mean?
him. How? And this guy is making calls while he's with police, the senior police. So now you want to come and tell us that you are the best in criminal law, you are the best judge. Come on. If there is best, then the level, the bar is too low.
The bar has been
It's
lowered.
too low. The bar is very low. Very, very low. Then now you come and tell us that no, this person, he said you are a criminal. Where? Can we play the record?
No, he was implying to that moment when Ntanzi said, a whole judge, huh? Sitting there with your red robe and you're busy endorsing Mahola. There's another comment that was saying that he said he read the handwritten statement by Zungu. And this is like, are you kidding me right now? He couldn't find it. Where did you read it? In your back office? In the script writing room? Where are you reading this? It's a whole lot of hogwash. Let's say hi to the first ever Malawian person to speak on Mzansi Unfiltered live. We have Philip in the building. Muribwanji. Muribwanji. I don't know what to say after that, so you better answer and then I'll know.
Tiri bwino kaya inu muli bwanji. I'm fine, and how are you?
Say it again and slowly.
Tiri bwino kaya inu muli bwanji.
Welcome. Everything you
Thank
just
you
said,
very much.
I repeat it back to you. Welcome,
Would you
welcome, welcome.
please?
Thank you so much for joining. So you are Malawian in Malawi watching the SENZO MEYIWA trial. What drew you, at this time assuming, unless you're South African, what drew you to watching this case?
Well, I started following the case maybe 2 or 3 years ago during Maumera time when he went off. Then Rata came in. I've been following it. But coming this far, I'm just worried that those 5 gentlemen will get justice. Because looking at the expression of the judge himself, it is as if he already wrote his judgment and the defense is just wasting his time. I mean, it's like he wanted if the whole case is done by today and he delivers his prejudgment, according to his expression, the way he talks to the defense team, it's like I remember the late Ngomezulu. One point in time, he said, "I think the state is cooking, and the court is colluding with the state." No wonder I was 100% in agreement with him because of the way the judge is behaving. So I'm worried, and seeing the brother of the late Senzo doing what he's doing, writing emails and the like, I'm not surprised, and I'm surely this case is going for an appeal.
So I heard you say prejudgment. So you are of the opinion all the way in Malawi that there's a prejudgment from our most senior black judge. There is no other black judge as senior as him. Prejudgment. I love it. I love it. Okay. Thank you so much. Tell us more. Go ahead.
Yes, and hearing the judge, I can call it boasting himself. I'm the senior judge, a black senior judge. Even at the Constitution Court, no one is older than me. I mean, I'm not sure. I never studied law, but I'm not also not sure if South African justice system goes by the seniority or the law itself, because to me it's a no-go zone area. I've been in local courts, I've never heard something like that. To make matters worse, the case is televised, and as you can see, not only South Africans are watching, it's been watched beyond South Africa. The picture that has been painted, I'm afraid, one cannot trust the system if we are to go by the expression, the attitude of the court of Rata. I'm happy there are so many inquiries like the Malanga Commissions. Currently, previously there was this Parliament Commission. I would wish if South Africans could also ask for the SENZO MEYIWA murder case commission of inquiry. I think that can help to point out the inconsistencies and irregularities that that proceedings is showing to us.
With regards to the commission, it's a great idea. But you see, the NDPP, he came in, guns blazing, first day on the job to tell us the prosecution has a high prospect of a conviction. So to me, that already means he's tainted. I don't know who
Very
calls the
good.
commission or if it's going to be the president. Whoever makes that call, I don't know that they will. But if they do, a lot is going to come out. We are going to learn so many things. I mean, if we pick up the little bits and pieces over there at the ad hoc committee, at the Malanga Commission, you can really kind of paint a picture that everything is wrong in this trial.
And just to echo on what just to echo on what you've said.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think that new CEO also, I don't know if he has been watching the case and if he's been following the evidence in the court, because if he could be in my shoes, I couldn't say what he said. I think he could have gone he could have gone back and whether asking Baloy or somebody who has been following the case before he could make that assertion. To me, I think he could have waited. That could be better than what he demonstrated. Otherwise, he will be shocked. He will be shocked in case the case goes the defense's side. Of course, not in Rata's court, but maybe on the other court, on the appeal court.
The sad part is, I always say you can never miss court silence. I don't know why he had to tell us about this briefing that he had without verifying for himself as a fact. And with this briefing, did he also then brief with the defense? He can't take what the state is saying and take it as a fact, especially when we are watching it live. Is he watching it? Absolutely not. Based on what he said?
Of course.
No, he definitely is not watching it. He shouldn't have said what he said. He could have simply gone with no comment. He could have gone with that. It would have been better. But I'm grateful that Spiso Mayua went back to him and said, "What did you say? What did you say about a conviction?" And now he's got to eat his words. So shout out to Spiso Mayua, my brother's keeper. May he continue his good fight. And guys, may you also continue to support him. Without your support, this thing could have easily gone with a conviction, a prejudgment conviction, life sentences, and then moved on to the next thing. But we are here to make sure that we take it up on appeal.
We are not moving even with an inch.
No, we're still here.
We're still here.
Guys on the panel, do you want to contribute as well? Please acknowledge our brother from Malawi.
Yes, greetings to our brother from Malawi. How are you? Welcome from, I'm watching from the Bronx, New York. I've been watching for just about as long as you.
So humbled, so humbled.
Thank you. I wanted to piggyback off of something that Brother Mass had said about it's true that the scene was cleaned, and from what the Honorable Matisse was saying, I said this before and I'm gonna say it again. I don't think Maggie Piri cleaned the scene. I think she's just the alibi. She was somebody that the general asked, "Okay, Kelly, who do you have or who do you know who could take the blame, who could take the fall of cleaning the scene?" That's probably the worst thing that could happen to anybody who's in the house, taking the fall for cleaning the scene. So who do you have that could do that for you, who's willing to do it? She said, "Oh, sure, this lady Maggie next door." Fine, go get her. I think the reason why they use her name
I like that version. I like that
is
version,
because
Dan.
they're
They're
not going to
using
call
critical thinking there.
right.
I like
They're
it.
not going to call. They're not going to call Maggie Piri to testify and question her. Why did you clean the scene? Because then she would be lying. Because I don't think Maggie Piri did it. I think cleaning the scene is the activity of a dirty cop. Dirty cops
Mm.
do that when they're busy cooking cases and eliminating loose ends. So what I think happened is that Sabia was called, and remember at the time, I'm not sure which platform, but I think he admitted somewhere that he either admitted or it was learned. It came out that he was still a city of Joburg employee at the time, but he was on the scene that day with pretty much high level cop experience, and I think he had the scene cleaned. It doesn't matter who did it because Maggie apparently agreed to take the fall, but as long as she agreed not to testify, that they wouldn't call her. Because then if she cleaned the scene, if she did it for facts, then they should have called her, and they probably would have called her. That's the most sane thing to do in the world of prosecution and things like that, right? I think what everybody's been saying. The scene was clean. It's proof because people saw it that way. No blood. Because you're not, come on, the lady next door is not going to properly clean up all the blood
Yeah, where
you know,
where does she have such expertise
right.
overnight?
And with all that madness going on in the same night, people going back and forth, police going back and forth, how could she? Well, probably not at that time, but with all the madness and the confusion, how could she clean the scene? She didn't do it. I think those some people, whoever came with Sabia, and told those people in the house, look, you better help out, clean up, do what you can. And then he took Baloy's revolver that his cousin Longway shot Senzo with. He took that revolver with him, Sabia, and he's probably got it hidden somewhere or probably had it destroyed or something. But I think that's why he was there. He was there to retrieve the revolver and to I think he's the mastermind of the cleaning the house statement. I don't think Maggie Piri did it. I just think she just is somebody who was there to take the fall because that, like I said, that's dirty cop activities. Cleaning scenes. They can do it very well if they want to. They can find what they want to find, and besides, they're the same people who found rounds when it was allegedly already clean. So it's the same people. It's just there to confuse us when you toss in names like Maggie Piri. She was there too. All these people need to come and answer. No, there's a lot that's missing when you just say, "Oh, Sabia was rumored to be there." It's way more than that. So, and you can tell he's a high level fixer. Look at everything he's answering to.
Mm.
Yeah, he's answering to so many right now. So we can't put that past his presence on that night in particular. You know, high level people know each other. Producers, gangsters, whatever you want to call them. People say, I've heard rumors of. Listen, I'm just a conspiracy theorist. Okay, I've heard rumors of Chico and certain gangster activity. So it is not unlikely that he knows a general that can come and take some action and call his brigadiers and do all this magic. But that's, like I said, that's my theory. I think all that happened, but I don't think Maggie cleaned anything.
Very, very interesting. I had not thought of Maggie. Well, she's kind of very, very insignificant. The only thing she's being pinned for is cleaning. And of course, George didn't call her.
Right. But that's my point.
So,
Imagine being
therefore,
called insignificant when you're the one rumored to clean a high level crime scene, but at the same time you're insignificant. It's because it's like the truth is in the ether. That is a
mm.
feeling that she had nothing to do with it, but her name is somehow there.
And possibly she could be a fictitious character. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry, let me turn off my notifications. So possibly she is a fictitious person, but she's a real person. And how do we know that? Ghost Nation from TikTok, they took a drive over there. So she's a real person. So she's real. But then the question becomes, why would she agree to be the one who cleaned the crime scene? So she would have to be, if they had to recreate the crime scene, she would have to be the one who says, who puts the cones, right? And labels them and says, this is where he was laying, this is where this was, this, and then all the bottles were also thrown out except one that had Uzandi's DNA. So yeah, the crime scene was professionally cleaned.
Why would
I
she
agree
do it?
with that.
I'm sure there's the crime intelligence bribing fund available for people willing to put themselves out there. You get?
Say that again, please.
No, I'm saying that I'm kind of answering that, like, why would she do it? Is
Mhm.
like, why would she put herself out there like that? I'm saying it could be something as simple as a crime intelligence bribing fund. It's not called that, but you know,
Mhm.
basically brown paper bags and whatnot.
Slush fund, as Paula Sullivan likes to call it.
Right.
Yeah, you've made me, yeah, with regards to her. Yeah, I did not see it the way you did. Actually, I've never focused on her, to be quite honest. I've never really focused on her. We don't know much about her except she cleaned the crime scene. One sentence. That's where Mapiri cleaned the crime scene. That's it. That's all we know. We don't know how she cleaned it. Did she do it by herself? Did she have assistants? We don't know because George closed his case before he called her in. That is pretty interesting. Mass, what are your thoughts on Makumar? No, Mapiri, not Gladness. Wait, is Piri not a Malawi name? Philip, it is.
Yeah, it is. Piri, Piri can be found in Malawi, can be found in Zambia, Zimbabwe. There is also in South Africa.
Okay, I stand corrected. Mass, go for it. Okay, he's on mute. All right, so let me go through the comments. Let me catch up on the comments. And Ntanzi must be breaking all the records for the longest defending alleged. No, it's not allegedly. It's a fact. Ask Advocate Judge Baloy. Even him, he's sweating. My Lord, it's so hot in here. No, it's not hot, Baloy. It's not the air conditioning. It's hot. It's you. You are struggling to regulate your body temperature because Ntanzi has you on hot. Mlamba is here. She says, imagine being a judge and being gifted with such a witness. One that just closes the case right here and there. Well, if you are just a judge, that is. Exactly. If you are a judge. But a senior judge doesn't see it that way. Let's take a moment to acknowledge, wait a minute, guys. I didn't see all these comments. I haven't been following the comments. Give me a quick second. Okay, we gotta observe. Oh my god, I'm guilty. This has been a while. Please, today's live stream is being sponsored by Unana. Thank you so much, Nana, for sponsoring the channel. I love you when you digress and when you laugh. I love you more when you super thanks. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I apologize. I didn't get a notification. It didn't come through. And somehow these days they seem to be a little bit delayed. So I apologize about that. But guess what? I caught it. I caught it in time. Thank you so much for sponsoring. And then we also have Lerato. Lerato. Welcome. Lerato says, I am here, okay? And an honorary seat. I am now a channel member. Welcome to channel memberships. I absolutely love to see you as a member. All protocol observed. You are now part of the protocol observed gang. Thank you so much for choosing to financially support the channel. I absolutely like it. But guys, financially supporting the channel is not the only way to support the channel. Just liking the channel is free. Subscribing is free. Commenting, yes, even promises comment goes a long way, is also free. By commenting and liking and subscribing, you're definitely supporting the channel and helping to keep our lights on. So please keep on keeping on and watch those ads. And let's go back to the comments. Alf has finally found his way to the live stream. Welcome. Welcome home. All protocol observed. Then we also have Angie. Angie says, George Beep George Beep Baloy is dragging the cross examination so Keninda can run to KZ. I can't read the rest of the comment because I can't, and I can't stand in the court of law and say what that means. Ignacia is saying togetherness with the family. And then we also have who is spreading the lies. We love you all the way from SWT Makeleke. If you're lying, as promised, is it a hit or a robbery gone wrong? The next question is will come after promise refused to come. I opened up this, she refused to come and speak with her chest. Promise, final call, okay? Final call, because we're about to close this session down. George's revolver. Da 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 da. Then we have, as promise of nothing, is it a hit or a robbery gone wrong? Promise just knows that it's lies. That's all the assignment that she was given. She doesn't know anything else. She didn't even use any critical thinking or any ethical skills to figure out what exactly is up. So promise. Last call. And then let's go to the next comment. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? How does Ubabu Baloy, oh, you're so respectful. Okay. How does Ubabu Baloy ignore, hold on. How does Baloy ignore, we don't say that anymore, okay? How does Baloy ignore Ntanzi's claims about the photos not being from the said date, but just moves on to the next? Don't even play with Baloy. He's so skilled at that. He is so skilled at blue ticking. He is, but it doesn't matter. The record will speak for itself. I declare this is Mzansi's International Unfiltered. Yes, we are beyond borders now. We have Philip also on the stage. We are international, guys. We're so international. Today we have Malawi, we have Kenya, we have Botswana. Where is Namibia? I always have my Namibia gang. Where are they? Where is Namibia? Why are you missing from an honorary African tour? What's going on? Anyway, this is a clear mistrial. And what is sad is that, like, when you listen to Ntanzi, have you guys ever noticed he only speaks in present tense? He doesn't say, I used to be a miner. He doesn't say, I used to be an operator. No, he says, I am an operator and I work at Semai Mine. And even if I go tomorrow, they will take me. My family holds me in high regard. He never speaks in the past tense. And I respect that about him. He is stronger than I can ever be. He is extremely strong. Wow. All those documents in Baloy's podium are trash. I blame the good doctor. Someone said, can you please do a video on the doctor's thesis? We want to see what he was busy thesising. Oh my goodness. Baloy is learning from a learned friend, Umnisi Wemvula. So I actually have to bring the live to an abrupt end. Let me just quickly scan through the comments on the panel. Please go ahead and say your last remarks, and then we will close out. Jen, do you want to go first? Oh no, I'm definitely not a clickbait. I don't do clickbait. Not at all. Not even on my second channel. I don't do clickbait. I definitely stick with the program, and I love it when you guys respond positively to the videos, because obviously I'm posting the videos because I want you guys to watch them. And I have to plan my thumbnail. Sometimes my thumbnails are a little bit overboard. I have to plan my thumbnail. From thumbnail, I then have to go to the title. From the title, I then move into the video. Well, the video is there. So I appreciate you guys supporting all the time. Thank you so much. Go ahead, Mass.
Yes. Um, about what Dan said about the crime scene with Mapiri taking the fall, it gives me that thing of maybe, maybe that house was not a crime scene.
I always say that. Like, I'm not yet convinced that's the crime scene, but go on.
It might not be the crime scene, um, but they had to find a crime scene. And the other thing is,
I think we should do a live stream called The Crime Scene. I think we should really rebut it and really break it down. And I like that you say they had to find a live stream, and that is proved by the time from the pew pew, so the end of his life, because according to the pathologist, it was instant. So we know the time of death, and then the time of arriving at the FNB stadium. That to me is they were looking for a crime scene. But go ahead, I agree with you 1,000%.
yes, I think they were looking for a crime scene, and they had to say that house is a crime scene. Why am I saying that? The people who were willing to tell the truth are all are no longer alive now. The ones that are alive are the one who bought into the story. That is why
I'm listening.
the madam doesn't want the son to go and testify about what really happened, because the son will say, no, nothing happened that day. We just saw police coming in the house, and then that's it. But for me, I don't think that is a crime scene.
And neither was it cleaned.
Neither was it clean. We have to find that revolver. The person who took that revolver needs to come forth and tell us the truth. We need that circus that is happening in Pretoria to stop. By the way, who opened the case? The one 636. Who opened the case? Was it Kelly? Was it the Mayua family? Who opened that case?
No, I think it's the state.
No,
Because
that is why
a pew pew is a state criminal offense. They don't need someone to come and say this happened. So it was opened by the state, in my opinion.
so the complainant is the state. Because the state was supposed to represent the Mayua and the public.
The
So
state, that's
now,
why the state doesn't care what the Mayuas have to say. Whether the Mayuas say, okay, no, we're done with this, any of these high profile any murder case, it doesn't matter what you, the family of the victim, have to say. They now take over it because it's a criminal offense. So it's the state, yeah. My little limited knowledge says it's the state that opened the case. Because it's against the law to end someone's life.
the other thing is, who told the lawyers that if you are not a lawyer graduate, you don't have brains? Because according to their reasoning, it's like if you don't have a law degree, you can't think. And that degree, you only need to have English. That's it. There is nothing subject that is thought provoking that you need. You just know how to speak English and reproduce those Roman Dutch law. That's it. So they should stop this thing of thinking that they are superior when coming to thinking. So anyway, Unfiltered, that thing, that circus in Pretoria has to stop. And let's 375 come forth so that we can start entertaining the real issues. The real
Yes.
issues.
Because this has dragged on long enough, and I too don't want to drag this live any further. But thanks to everybody who joined. Let's have our closing words from Philip. Are you still here? Philip in Malawi. I don't know the area code in Malawi, guys. Do you guys know it? Going once, going twice. Gone to the highest bidder. Guys, we could have purchased Lerato Khanyako's husband's mall. The starting bid is 50,000 rands. There's 78,000 of us here as subscribed members. 1 rand each would have got us to 70,000. And then if we say 5 rand each, do you guys see what I'm saying? We could be the most progressive channel with them all.
Yeah, you're right.
But okay, Philip is back. Go ahead.
Yeah, first and foremost, I wish the so-called accused persons could be on this podium because I wanted to again that they should borrow a leaf from Ntanzi. Ntanzi has been so outstanding since the time he went into the dock up to now, and is showing no sign of getting tired with Baloy. And he knows exactly what he's saying, what he's responding. I believe the rest of the 3 innocent accused ones will follow the suit. Well, secondly, I'm hoping that Mzansi Piri, the attorney for Ntanzi, will go to the bank and obtain his own bank statements to oppose the fake one of Baloy. And lastly, I would like to urge the Mayua family. They have our back. We are with them up until the truth comes out, whether the case will take 5, 10, 15, 20 years according to the wish of Baloy. But we'll never get tired. We'll follow it, we'll expose him up until the truth comes out. Thank you.
I am still here, gang, gang. Oh, that is a nice closing. Thank you so much, Philip. Yeah, we are definitely here. We're not just guys. I tried to make the recap of the live stream a little bit entertaining. Not this live stream, but the actual SENZO MEYIWA case a little bit entertaining. Just to keep you guys entertained. To make it memorable, catchy. That's why I use all these catchphrases, and you guys are catching them. And I love that. And just to keep their story going. It's not my story. I just tell it like it is. Yeah, I'm simply telling it like it is. And it's been a crazy story to tell it. Some days are harder, some days are made more interesting, especially Ntanzi. He's been on it. He's not failing. He's not falling asleep. He's not even yawning. I mean, Jonas was so comfortable to even yawn on the record. Those transcripts better say, and then interpreter yawned, because that man, that's how comfortable he was. He was now yawning, and neither did the judge ever say anything. Did anyone ever catch those yawns? Anyway, the point I'm getting at is yes, we are standing behind the Miyuas. We've got their backs, because what is this? What is this? Georgie needs to stop flying this plane and land it, because it's not make sure. He's building this plane with the assistant of his sidekick over there, the good doctor, and it's not making sure. Okay, just land it. Just land it immediately. With that said, I am going to bring this live stream to an abrupt end. I want to go back and say thanks to our sponsors. Okay. Thank you so much to our sponsors, Onana, and all the channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel financially. I absolutely love it as you. I absolutely love it when you guys support. Also, I want to say, because I do have some members who can't see it's a heart with the dollar sign when you're watching the videos. On the live stream, I think it's just a dollar sign. They can't see that. And the reason for that is because of your geolocation. Your location is betraying you. YouTube doesn't have monetization in all countries. So if you don't see the dollar sign, it's because YouTube just doesn't see your location. Yeah. So that is why for me, my devices, I don't have them set to. Anyway, I'm giving out too much information, right, Mass? I shouldn't give out that kind of information. I shouldn't. So my devices, I set them to specific locations so that I benefit from specific things. And by the way, let's not end this live stream without talking about the fact that Mzansi Unfiltered is on So I get a lot of people who say they listen to me when they're driving, and I want to make sure that your driving is safe. So make sure you follow on Spotify. Okay. We are now streaming on Spotify. Yes. So thanks to everybody who has supported. Just search, okay, Mzansi Unfiltered. You don't even need a link. It's Mzansi Unfiltered. Just type there in Spotify, Mzansi Unfiltered, and you will hear the one and only voice. If you hear another voice, it is not me, okay? It is a bot. It's not me. I will never use an AI voice on any of my streaming platforms. Oh, I'll never do that. I always use my voice. And with that said, I'm going to bring this live stream to an end. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Even you who's been here watching, that is supporting the channel. Okay, even you who has liked the live stream, that is supporting the channel. Watching the ads is supporting the channel. Coming up on stage is supporting the channel. Everything, every touch point does not go unseen. So I can't personally thank every one of you, all 78,000 of you, and we're about to get to 80,000 of us. I can't personally thank you, but that is why I take the time to acknowledge the Super Thanks gang. So I hope you guys understand. Okay. I love you all. Thank you so much. I'll catch you on the next upload. Bye.
So you also believe that that could have been planted there?
Nomganjan, yaplantwa mfethu. Lo wathi wayibona uyena wafika nayo lo project time.